Senator Marsha Blackburn says she's introducing 2 amendments that would prevent Democrats from increasing taxes on low-income Americans. And Senator Blackburn joins us now to explain more. Senator, thank you so much for always doing a great job. I have to say, though, that we know with legislation, certain things are put in there that the left would know, as an example, are going to be taken out. Right? Those are the things that they'll compromise on. But in the meantime, what people are noticing is this IRS dynamic where it's not a technical tax,
yes,
but you're getting, these are going to be paper audits to people who don't have money to hire attorneys. And maybe it's because they got the earned income tax credit, or because they're making under $50,000, and it's just safer to give the government the money they're saying they're owed instead of defending yourself, and maybe you don't owe it. Oh, yeah. This is almost like the mob, right? At looking for protection money. How do we really save not just middle class Americans, which are also under the gun, but the lower middle class Americans and those edging onto poverty, and we're now going to sic IRS agents on them?
That's exactly what the Democrats are getting ready to do. And Tammy, it is unbelievable to me. They are going to more than double the size of the IRS. Basically, everybody is going to have their very own personal IRS agent when they finish with this expansion. And what they're doing is weaponizing the IRS. Now, you are so correct in talking about lower middle class, middle income families. They don't have money to hire CPAs and accountants and be able to go in and defend their expenses. A lot of mom and pop businesses that are on Main Street in small towns and cities across this country, they don't have the money to go hire a law firm or an accounting firm to represent them. But they organize, and see, here's the thing the Democrats aren't telling you. They say, oh, no tax increases or no increase in audits on people that are making under than $400,000. I'll give them a chance to vote on that. But you know what they are doing is all these businesses, like your restaurant you go to, the cafe you go to, the dry cleaners you go to, the florist, their gross is probably around that amount every year, but they file on their 1040. They're a pass-through entity. Every one of them, every single one of them, their taxes will go through the roof. What does that mean for you? You go to the cafe for breakfast, it costs you more. You go over to the florist, it costs you more. This is what you're going to see.
Senator, if those businesses survive, these are the small businesses that managed to survive out of COVID after decisions by the government which destroyed so many lives, so many businesses, made it impossible to stay afloat. They're now going to target those businesses. $80 billion more, 6 times more than the one annual yearly budget of the entire IRS. It is a remarkable expansion, in addition to the union, the Treasury union that these individuals go into, over which 90% of that union support goes to Democrats. For the Republicans, I have to say, for the Republicans to allow it to get to this point, there are more than just Sinema and Manchin. There are 48 other Democrat senators. Is there no effort to get any other Democrat to say, never mind, considering what's going to happen in November to the Democrats? Are the Republicans doing anything to switch anyone else over?
Oh, absolutely, every single day in every one of our committees, and trying to build bipartisan support for the good of the American people. And, you know, you were talking about Joe Manchin and all this talk about him having distress. He went back on his word. He ought to be having second thoughts. He said he would never support Build Back Broke. But they have broken this into pieces, and they passed some of it in chips. They passed some of it in infrastructure. And now here they come with the mother lode of $739 billion And look at that money, $80 billion into expanding the IRS, $64 billion into expanding Obamacare, $313 billion, you know, $1.5 trillion in 2 weeks. I mean, you just cannot make it up. They know they're going to lose. They're trying to roll the dice. They're trying to go for broke. They don't give a rip and flip about Main Street America, about small business. Well, they have not kept their word, and they know it.
They haven't. You're absolutely right. And I would say at this point, maybe it's about revenge. Maybe they're doing it because it's like, well, you know, look what you did to us, and we're going to light the match. Americans know that they've got to stand up against this. Continue your great work. And, of course, it'll be a busy weekend. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for joining us.